In the event of a zombie apocalypse occurring in your lifetime, one might think it's safe and perfectly rational to swim out to sea as a means of escape. Perhaps you are under the impression that a life vest in this situation might in fact be a life saver. Well, if you do find yourself wading in a body of water during this undead invasion, I implore you to heed the following warning. Do not look down. This is the dimension of artificiality. It is an area which we call the Lofti Lair. Gorging George by ChatGPT. Once upon a midnight dreary, while a zombie, weak and weary, pondered a life both bleak and dreary, he meandered with a stagger and a stumble, down to where the ocean did grumble. His name, he thought, was Gorging George, though his memories were a fog of forgotten forge. With a clumsy step and an oopsie daisy, George toppled into the ocean wavy, his body bobbing, then sinking, all while his one good eye was blinking. "Oh, botheration! I seem to be in a waterlogged situation," he thought, his brain a murky concoction of rot and speculation. Down, down George sank into the watery abyss dank. He landed with a splash and a clunk, discovering a sunken jet long ago debunked. The aircraft, a colossal 747, its metal body kissed by seaweeds, seemed a mysterious underwater haven. George's decaying senses perceived a gaggle of moans, a symphony of underwater groans. Zombies! Trapped in this watery grave, his rotting heart swelled brave. "Fear not, my sunken brethren! I shall be your oceanic shepherd!" George grumbled, his vocal cords a rusty rumble. Inside the drowned giant bird of metal, zombies sat, their gazes somewhat nettled. George spied inflatable life jackets, his single eye twinkling like neglected trinkets. "Ah, those floaty things should work a treat," George thought, his brain cells doing a clumsy fleet. With gurgles and groans, he distributed the inflatables to the watery tomb's occupants, his fingers fumbling, their gestures being quite inadvertent. The inflatable vests, bloated and puffy, their ascension somewhat scruffy. The seawater bubbled with chuckles and burbles as the zombies rose, their motions like sea turtles. They broke the ocean's surface with splashes and plops, their bodies doing haphazard hops. The moon gawked at this aquatic spectacle, the waves playing a giggly recital. George and his newly liberated band bobbed towards the land, their course unplanned. "To land! To land!" George's thoughts clamored, his decaying brain somewhat enamored. The beach welcomed the sodden horde, their arrival causing quite the chord. The seagulls squawked, the crabs skittered, as the zombies, with their life jackets, twittered. Their journey from the watery deep was a tale that would make any sailor weep. They staggered forth, their steps a clumsy dance, back to the land of zombie romance. The sight of zombies with life jackets draped caused the town's other undead to gape. "Floaty zombies!" they croaked, their laughter like a choir unprovoked. George, now a submerged hero, grinned, his tooth a lone rusty sparrow. "Ah, my buoyant friends, let us wander. Let our undead lives grow fonder." And so, the zombies roamed and rambled, their steps a funny bumbling amble, while George, with his soggy cloak, became the legend, the buoyant bloke. The land echoed with his giggles and roars as George and his pals explored new shores, their adventure, a funny horror lore, a chucklesome tale of the ocean floor. George did gorge later that day. He ate his fill, bones and all, as did the rest of his resurfaced horde. And so, the next time you're thinking about going for a swim in one of nature's picturesque pools, maybe think again. You never know what horrors may be ascending from the depths of the lofty Lair.